I get an intro video? That's cool. Hello.
I knew.
Welcome, everybody. Day one of the Ever After Readathon. 25 Days of Romantasy.
Yay!
Yay!
What is everybody starting off with? How you doing?
I need to go get my book. I left it downstairs.
So I ended up, I picked two. One is a novella called Beastly and Bookish, which I think will be cute. That's on Kindle. And then I picked Pestilence for the other one. Not Christmassy at all.
No, not Christmassy at all.
But it fits props.
Hey, that's my whole thing. It doesn't have to be Christmassy. It can just be whatever.
Yeah. I'm having to already fix my bingo board because I'm reading a book. I'm like, hey, it fits this prompt. We'll just fix that.
Oh, see, you're good. I did my card and I was like, I'm not fixing it. Well, now maybe I need to.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start reading The Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love.
Oh, that sounds cute.
Someone else is reading Allure to Lasso there. The book Hermit's reading.
Oh, Rhapsodic. I've heard good things about that.
I have that on my TBR shelf downstairs, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Okay. Is that the first one? I feel like that's the first one in that series.
Yeah, I had that one too. I haven't started that one either. Like, Abby, I actually need to feel better.
I need to send you my bingo card.
Becky, you feeling better?
I am, yes.
Abby was asking.
Oh, sorry, Abby.
You're good.
Totally.
I'll keep it up. Anna's here.
Yeah.
Anna.
I'm feeling much better. I can actually talk. I don't sound so bad.
Kind of baby girl. Yep. Quiet time for me here too, Rainy. Yep. Proceed of it. And Hannah's reading Blades and Wings by Eliza Rain.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah. I always like to look these up. I'm like, I don't know if I've heard this.
I haven't heard of that one.
Witches get stitches.
That's not
was a Viking fantasy. It's got snow on the cover, so I know what prompt you're filling there. I think, is it snow? No, that's flame. Oh, the flowers looked like snow there for a second. No, yeah. But that cover looked really cool. I don't know if you can see, but I'm trying not to blind anyone. There you go.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a neat cover.
I need to get a desktop computer so I can... Oh, Rain's reading Let's speak today, Faithbound.
I DNF'd that.
You guys are reading more than I don't know. A lot of cool ones that I haven't heard of, which I think. Oh wait, no, I know this one. It's the by Sarah Ella Farifi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's got. Is it like a dragon one? No, it's just Fae.
I think it's just Fae.
The covers in like a red. Cool.
Yeah. It was more like political, I think, than I wanted it to be. Mm-hmm. Which is funny because I'm reading a book right now that's mostly political. I think I just wasn't vibing with the characters, so.
Yeah, that's what happened. Like the one I just read, one of my favorite series, which is A Fate of what is it called? A Fate of Wrath and Flame. That's the one. The third one, it's more heavy political, and I'm like, it's changed the point of view to multiple point of view. And so the political was kind of interesting, but it was like slogging a little bit, so I didn't love it as much as the one before. So I can get that. Like, I love political ones, but as long as it's still intriguing and the characters are still interesting. But it just depends also on the writing, I think.
I don't know if you would like the book I'm reading or not.
Mm.
I'm always wary about
Do you
recommending
like the
books to
characters?
people.
I know. Do you like the characters?
Yeah. That was convincing.
Do you?
Are you sure?
I think when they're like bantering, because they're attracted to each other, but like they're setting boundaries and they're like, we can't be together. And so there's this tension between them. And I like that, but then it goes into the political aspect of it. And I'm like, okay, can we get back to this? So it's not bad. I'm actually like 67% into it. So
I mean, it's what drove me to like YA. Oh, there you go. Witches Get Stitches by Elliot Cross. And I'm reading that one. I think that's the second one. I think, right? In her.
I think so.
I read the first one. I haven't read the second one yet.
I haven't read any of hers.
I tried.
It wasn't for you.
Really
I thought maybe I would give it a shot because I read I did a try a chapter tag or something like that or something, and I read like the first few chapters, and I wasn't like in love with it, but I thought I would give it a shot, and then by the time too much time went by, and I was like, I'm not really interested in reading this, so I couldn't say if it's bad or good. Either way, I just lost interest in it.
Gotcha.
But I know lots of people love it, so.
The book comment said, my hubs picked it out for me at the library. Haven't read this author before. And that was the Rhapsodic. Yeah, that's cool. Isn't that? That's so sweet. I love it when my hubby does that a lot for me too. It's cool. Reading A Touch of Golden Madness this afternoon and work on my November wrap up. I think that's on my short list, my TBR radar.
I need to work on my November wrap up too.
Yeah. Mine's going to be a 3-month wrap up. I haven't wrapped up in 3 months.
Mine too.
Do you even remember?
I read it in my book journal, luckily.
Yeah, I had to go and write notes for my November wrap up because I was like, I don't remember half the books.
Like a lot of mine are series. Like I read so it's gonna be an easier wrap up, but I just lump that series together.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want to be like, here's my ratings. Don't ask me what they're about. This is what I rated them when I was done with them.
I was thinking about doing the challenge, yes, no, and maybe, because there's so many.
That's what I did for my April. So I just know what if I would recommend it or not, if I enjoyed it or not. That's all I know.
That would be such a quick video. Yes, no, maybe.
I still, of course, I still rambled. Be like, well, maybe if you like this, if you don't like this.
I would just be like, yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, really short. They said they're starting to reread from Blood and Ash. Awesome. I love that. I did that earlier this year. And now I'm finally, what I'm reading is getting to War of Two Queens for my first book for the month because I have been putting it off way too long. But I'm also reading a non-fantasy one right now that I'm in the middle of because it just took me by this whole trilogy has took me by the throat in November, and it's this one by Pam Godwin, Dark Romance.
Oh yeah, the Dark Romance one.
So good. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to know.
I've just heard people talk about that. I'm like, yep, nope, that's gonna be way too dark for you, Becky.
It's way too dark for Becky, that's for sure. But it's so good. It's so good. It's like the same way that I felt with that Kate Stewart series, The Ravenhood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just as good as that one. So
is it like Flock? Is it that one? That's the
that's
okay.
that's the first one. Yeah.
Okay. I have that one in my Audible library, and I'm like, I need to get to it. I guess. I'm nervous.
That's what forced me to read the other one first from the library was because my Libby hold came in after months of being on hold. So I'm like, okay, we're doing this now.
Yeah. Those Libby holds will force you to read books. They do me anyway.
Yeah.
I don't have to wait again. And when you're in the mood and then it's on hold, you're like, darn it, why did I push it out?
Right. It's like or not suspend it. It's like
delivered
it
later.
Like Wait or something.
Yeah, wait. Give me a little bit more time.
Yeah, insomnia last night. Yeah, I feel ya. She read A Holiday by Gaslight. Slow burn. That is a cute. I love the
Oh, I
cover
just
on
got
it.
that
It's
for
a
free.
historical romance. Yeah, it's a historical romance holiday one. So I'm like, if I were a person to read holiday romances, I think that would probably be the one I would read. I try it every year and I'm just never. I don't know why. I can't get in a mood with them.
I'm trying to get comfortable here on the floor, and it's not really working.
I can never read that fast. You guys are awesome to be able to read the ones in the finals. I'm like, if I haven't read them, I'm like, maybe 3 of them, but I'm like, I don't
Oh
think
my
they should
god.
win. Like, but I can.
Although I will say I don't use Goodreads, but I looked at like the nominees or whatever. I think I read the most books ever that have been on a Goodreads. Good choice.
Really?
Goodreads
Cool.
Choice Awards? Goodreads Good Choice Awards? Whatever it's called.
I wish they did like the reader's choice because that would be. I don't know. I know it's always controversial every year. Debating on it. Oh, Amber can't join. Internet issues, yeah, and a migraine. That's not fun. Yesterday I had one at the start of going. I don't know if anyone knows. We had to reschedule because we had to go and get a new car because my old one, which we ran into the ground at 165,000 miles,
Wow.
finally went kaput and basically lost my brakes on the way home, and that was not cool.
No, that's
And of
scary.
course, around Black Friday, yeah, it was really scary, but like around Black Friday, so I'm like, well, this is great.
Did you
timing.
get a Black Friday discount?
They didn't really have a discount, but it was a great deal. So we got there right when they opened, like 45 minutes when they opened. First one there and trying it out. My husband and my brother-in-law there, they were like, they know cars. My husband actually went to school for cars, so I'm like, they do that, I do the numbers, and they were so good. It was like very impressive on that whole part went so fast. I already got everything way done ahead of time before we got there, so I didn't have to deal with their finance people that long. But oh gosh, even though I had all of that set up last, like, oh my gosh, it took me maybe only a couple hours to figure out a game plan. I'm like, nope, this is okay. We'll do this. This is the game plan. We go there. We were there until 1 o'clock, and we got there at like almost 9:45, and we were still. And most of it was just waiting for the car to be cleaned again. They just got it like 10 days ago. So we're like, right when we were leaving, somebody else was looking at the other different color, the same year and make and everything, different color. But they were like watching us. I think they were wanting the car that we had got there. So it was kind of crazy at the timing.
Yeah. It was an early Christmas gift for you.
I'm like, oh, that's our family Christmas gift because yeah.
Like, really wanted a new car, and the world was like, okay, here you go.
Right.
Want to use your emergency fund? Well, too bad. You're using it now.
Knock your brakes out and just hope you make it home safely.
Yeah, I was like, we had put so much money in fixing this one car, but I was like, we can't use our emergency fund on this thing again. I'm like, we just can't. Like,
at some point, it just becomes more feasible to get a new car as opposed to.
Yeah.
Like I would know. I don't have a car. I can't drive. Talking about shit like I know.
That's funny. But everything good now. Now we got to do all the adulting stuff of transferring things because we also we were able to sell our car at the place where the car was at to get fixed. So they were able to they got quite a few discount, whatever. So we were able to sell it to them as well when it was there. So
that's good.
Crazy. All right, Abby Jean says she DNF'd Work Gone Wild. I think that's the first one. And then DNF Text and Drive twice. Yeah. I like them. They're cute. I think I would have to be in the mood for them. So I tried the first one, and I think it was like a 3-star. But I'm so excited for other people to love it.
I have Don't Text and Drive on my shelf. I haven't read it yet. It's on my TBR. But I only bought that one because V loves the hero in it, so I kind of just want to see. And that's not the first one. I was just like, well, she likes the hero. Let me check him out.
Yes. I know she loves, I think, a cinnamon roll hero. So yeah.
Yeah.
I do like them. Hi, April.
Hey.
Hey.
Pile. A pile. All right. I'm gonna wrap up. Yep. Sunday's the day. I feel like to film. It's a lot. It's just a matter of, for me, I'm like, it's usually a low key day, so the effort, I'm like, okay, that means I had to put on makeup or whatever.
You don't have to. I've gotten to the point where sometimes I don't even put makeup on. I'm like, well, here you go.
But when you have an olive skin tone, you look like that. It's funny, you can see the videos where I'm not wearing makeup. I look like I'm sick.
Oh my goodness.
I have a green skin tone tend to my skin tone, so it's just funny.
I feel like we notice more than probably people watching do.
True. I mean, yeah. Probably nitpicking more.
Yeah, I think people tend to do that. They like point out stuff that people wouldn't even notice if they didn't point it out. I watched a video today and it was like, sorry, my lighting sucks. I'm like, girl, I can see you fine.
I even like filmed in the dark with my spotlight. I'm like, sometimes I actually like those videos because it's very like old YouTube, like low key, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just, I'm like, well, I'm in my back bedroom. All I have is a spotlight. We're doing it here. I can't do it out in the living room, so this is what we're doing.
Like, I use lamps because I live in an old house that doesn't have lights in the rooms. So I work with lamps.
Yeah, that's what I have.
As long as you can see my face. That's all that matters. If that, you could just listen to me like a podcast. I don't care.
April's reading Threaded by Tay Rose.
I don't even know what that is.
I haven't heard of that one either.
I'm looking that one up.
Nope, can't even imagine that one, April. I'm gonna have to look up what it is.
Oh, the cover looks cool. It's book 1 of the Solstice cycle.
Threaded.
That cover is neat.
It's like simple but yet intricate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep, I've never seen that before in my life.
Yeah.
It says it's perfect for fans of the Bridge Kingdom, Plated Prisoner series, and Serpent and the Wings of Night. Rich in magic, legends of dragons, and gods and goddesses, bearing ancient, deadly.
That page number, though, is scary to me.
Holy crap, that's 602 pages.
Yeah, I'm like, oh gosh, I'm scared.
Peace be with you, April.
These books are fake.
Olivia is reading Spark of the Everflame. Oh yes, and I have Glow of the Everflame in my bingo board. Yeah, you can include Spark in your bingo board too as one of my favorites because it can be any of those series. But yeah, that series is awesome, and waiting for the 4th book so bad. It's killing me. It was supposed to be this year, but I know with the Trad Pub pickup, it's probably not going to happen until early 2025, I'm guessing.
Probably.
With everything. April
wasn't that on Goodreads? Wasn't one of those on Goodreads list?
No,
it wasn't.
I don't think so.
It?
I'm gonna look.
Goldfinch was, but not that one. Goldfinch was reading Caden Kennedy, which I thought was weird because Spark of the maybe because it got picked up way too late. Because it's usually never any indie. It's only when they're trad public did they get on that.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it didn't make it on Romantasy. Let me look at Fantasy. Yeah, no.
I read 3 maybe out of those books.
I can't remember how many I read, but I read quite a few.
Mine is 0. Sorry.
Oh, April asked what I got for. Oh, very good. April asked what I got for the cart. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. It's a Hyundai Santa Fe, 2022.
I have a Hyundai Santa Fe.
Hey, that's awesome.
It's currently in the shop.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's just because it's a 2016, so like it needed like just minor stuff. So
Yeah. You know.
luckily we have the extended warranty and that covered it. So
The newest car we've ever, like, newest year car we've ever had. We're like, we've always gotten like 4 or 5 years old. I
yeah,
think. So yeah, the one that we got went kaput was a 2012. So
gotcha.
it was tied. 165,000 miles. I mean,
I think so. Yeah, you drove
it
that
had a
to the
good life.
ground.
Good life. Pick club pick. Pick one, do enough. April's book is slow going and too long. I know. I just feel it. I feel impatient at the end of the year, even though I have the most time to read something that is more usually because of the holidays and such. But then I'm just like, I have all this free time, but now I don't want to read the involved books.
Yeah.
I've had a hard time reading physical books lately.
Mine's in Kindle. I've been having trouble reading it because I get so tired.
I think I finished one physical book this month. The rest were ebooks or audiobooks.
Yeah, I think physical books. I read Kristen Hanna's The Nightingale. That's what I've been reading physically, and it's just been taking me forever. But like, yeah, I've been relying heavily on audiobooks recently just because I don't know, life.
I do the immersive read, like read the audiobook. Oh, you also get the Kindle to read it at night if I want to try to get through it because I get in the moods to multiple
See, I
books a year.
can't do that.
I'm like, I'm in a mood for fantasy at this time, but in the morning I'm like, okay, I want to read this dark romance or whatever the time of day it is, or for a couple of days I'll read this book, whenever I have free time. But for fantasy, I've been finding sometimes, like for this YA one, got the audiobook from the library, and either listening to it or just immersive reading is just, I know, I find it's just easier to be focused.
I think I get so caught up in the like narrator that if I try to just read it, then I'm like, this doesn't read as good. That or I like get so used to like the speed at which I listen that when I go back to read it, I'm like, why is this taking me so long?
Why am I not reading 2 times speed?
Yeah. Why am I not reading as fast as I'm listening?
I know. That has to do, like, I'll have to adjust the audiobook when I'm immersive reading because I'm like, okay, it's either talking too fast, I'm like, I'm reading not slow, or like then I gotta speed it up because with the audiobook and physically reading, I can read it and comprehend faster. I don't know why. It's just strange. Alternate around about that. Rainy says, sorry, I'm like the worst host here. Every book I read in November except one was over 450 pages. Chunky doesn't scare me. There you go.
Go,
See, Chunky
Rainy.
doesn't scare me. It's the length of the series, how many there is. Once it hits like past 4, I'm get a little like,
Oh yeah. I read one book in November. It's like this thin. And then I was gonna continue on with it. But then I looked and it's like an 8-book series, and I'm like, nope, not doing this shit. I'm like, why would you do 8 books a size? Why wouldn't you just make it 3 books?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not committing to that. No, thank you. It wasn't that great.
Rainy said, after my terrible experience with Hyundai Tucson, I'll never get Hyundai again. Yeah, it was exactly a choice when we did this first time, but I did all my research because I was always like, well, we either do Toyota, Hyundai, or I was even looking at Volkswagen, so like something similar because I wanted something good quality and safe, but not expensive, overly expensive. So yeah, I don't need all the spiffiness, kind of scenario. I'm like, I just need a car. my Tucson level had like it didn't even have cruise control. Long drives, we got foot cramp sometimes.
I'm such a dork. I get nervous with cruise control. So even when we have to drive across state lines, which is rare for me, usually my husband drives. But if I do have to drive, I won't use it. And I'm like, why? It's there. I can, but I get nervous. I'm the worst at driving.
I'm like, I don't trust it to stop good enough. Like, sometimes, like, or like accelerate all the way sometimes. So I'm like, okay. That's a good point. All right, so we're half hour in. Okay, so what do we want to do first? Do we want to do a reading sprint, or do we would like to go over either all the books or some of the books for your guys' inputs, your opinions on the giveaway, and which 3 to do? I have 6 right now to decide on.
Oh, show us, Crystal, show us.
Like, show me the money, but except show me the book.
Show me the book.
Show it to me, Crystal.
Oh, that's funny. All right, let's see here. Abby Dean says sprint. Okay, anybody that's commenting. Let's see if we got 10 people on.
I mean, you could always do like 3 books now and 3 books when you get back, or
I have 3 paperbacks and I got 3 hardbacks. Let's do the hardbacks are special edition.
Ooh, fancy.
Fancy pantsers.
April says, "Show us."
Show us. Show us.
I wish we had gifts in chat yet.
I do too. Show us. Show us.
Okay, we'll do first a paperback, and because it literally takes probably a couple minutes. But
yeah.
Wait, do I have 3 paperbacks? I lied. I was showing my book that I was reading currently. That's not it. Anyway, I have 2 paperbacks and 3 hardbacks. I can't count apparently. Disregard
Crystal,
what I
you're
do.
supposed to be the numbers person.
Disregard what I do for a living. I'm off the clock. That's fine. That's funny. Okay, so I have a very popular one that's on the Goodreads choice right now. It's Phantasma.
This one I'm intrigued by.
I haven't read it. I've heard mixed things.
I really enjoyed it. It's a 4-star for me, but I don't think I'm going to reread it. So I'm interesting. To enjoy it. So really enjoy it.
It's a pretty cover.
It is pretty.
It is. That's the thing that intrigues me about it. Like, oh, I love the cover.
Yeah,
but I'm a sucker for skulls on covers.
Yeah,
and the roses and the skulls. I mean, that's just a great combination that you never would think.
Mm-hmm.
And then a fun read that I just have a different copy of that I really enjoy was on my favorites last year, which is Assistant to the Villain.
I've read that.
Oh, I haven't read that one, but another one I'm intrigued by.
I just tried to read the sequel.
Yeah,
and I DNF'd it.
Oh.
I liked that one though. I gave it like 4 stars, and then I started listening to the sequel, and I'm like, why don't I like this? Like, this isn't as fun.
I think by the time I waited too long, I'm like, I'm gonna have to reread probably this one to read the second one, like I always do. But this one, if you like fantasy, like rom-com, think fairy tale, but yet fantasy elements like fairy tale in a rom-com. It's really cute. It's more banter, humorous that, and
I like the little frog,
like a cinnamon roll kind of hero guy.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that sounds like kind of a book I'd like.
Phantasma. She said I only picked it up yesterday. Barnes and Noble website on a special edition of Perfect.
I think my problem with Assistant to the Villain, the sequel, was like for some reason I think it's written in the same way too. But it's written in a tense that I don't love. And I'm so stupid with tenses that I couldn't tell you what it is. But it was always like the villain. And I'm just like, just use his name. I know his name. Just tell him, use his name. Stop referring to him as the villain.
And it's not in first or person. Is it like second or third?
Don't ask I don't know. I'm so dumb. I don't know.
I can't
When I
remember.
learned about that in school, I was not paying attention.
I think it's probably third. Most writing is third person unless it's first point person. You're in their head all the time.
Yeah, because I think it's rare to find a second person like narrative that you'd find.
Yeah, second person is basically, I think, is it the narrator talking to you, basically?
I think so. It's like they step out and like they're
Yeah.
talking. Yeah, I think
It's a
so.
very weird like awareness, and I think that's why it's not popular. So.
Because there's like an omniscient narrator too. I don't know all of it, but gotta learn it.
Like the last three are special hardback editions, and I'll go for my most favorite at the end, the last final one. So we have these are all new releases this year, and this is A Fire in the Sky by Sophie Jordan. Got pretty blue edges.
Oh, I have that.
That's
I have
pretty.
I think that's the same one I have.
Is it the same Sophie Jordan as the historical romance author?
I think
Yes,
so.
Oh, how
this is
fun.
the adult romantasy
Yeah.
in the same world as her YA one that she had in the past.
Okay.
See,
I remember reading that series like years and years ago. It was like it had a red cover, the girl with like dragon scales on her neck.
Nice.
Can't remember the title of it though. But it was like a 3-book series.
Oh.
And it was YA. But I got the Fairy Loot edition of it.
That's pretty too.
It was cool. And then we got this one I haven't read, but I was like, you know what? If I want to read it and pick it up, I will pick it up again. But I'm like, this would be nice to give somebody who would like it. It's freaking gorgeous. And I know, Becky, you have this one. It's April too. And this one is The Stars Are Dying by Chloe Pinretta. And I was in Barnes & Nobles and picking this up, which will be my book haul later this week because I'll talk about that. But the edges is what got me.
That's stunning.
That's why I bought it right there.
The character art too. I'm like, on top of the character art, I'm like,
Yes.
I
love that. That's pretty.
See, that's that Sophie Jordan series. I don't know if you can tell. It's like Firelight.
Oh, I feel like I've seen that around.
Yeah. Firelight, Vanish, and Hidden.
Okay.
It's so old though. When were those published?
Oh, there's more. There's more in the back. I didn't realize.
Oh my goodness, that's pretty.
For that not being a special edition book, it's got special edition features. Like it's special edition, but not like a book box,
First edition. Yeah. It's a first publication special edition. It's like they're like.
Is that a Red Tower book?
Let me double check. I don't think so. Publication. Oh, and there's like a gold end paper. That's kind of cool.
Bramble, okay.
Which is
they saw what Red Tower was doing and they were like, let's jump on that money-making machine.
Right?
As you should.
I think Red Tower is this one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this one looks really pretty. Even the map is really cool. I mean, that's cool.
I'm glad they're doing that though, because like I'm already giving like book boxes like $35 freaking.
Right?
Plus shipping. So just charge me $32 so I can go into Barnes and Noble and pick out a book that I actually want,
Yeah.
Yeah. I would prefer that over spending $38 on a book box book and like I get it and I'm like, oh, do I really want this? I had to cancel my Fairy Loot Romantasy box because I hadn't liked a single book that I've gotten. This is the last book I'm getting, and we'll see if I like this.
Which company is that?
Fairy Loot.
Fairy Loot, yeah. I'm on the wait list for Arcane Society because April's books she gets from there. I'm like, oh, those books I actually love.
Yeah, I have Arcane Society too. I've skipped a lot of the things though, because I'm just like, I haven't read that and I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
Mm.
So I just asked her, I'm like, do you think I would like that Karina Halley duology?
It's on my TBR that I wanted to read it this fall, but I really want to read Bloodborne so bad.
Because
It's
the only
very,
is that Karina Halley? Is that A Ship of Bones and Teeth? Is Karina Halley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only one I've read and liked of hers. So I'm like, will I
Bloodborne
like
is in the same universe apparently
else?
as that. In fact,
April canceled too.
which one did she cancel? Is it
I think Fairy Loot, right?
Yeah.
Fairy?
Well, I just got an invite to the Fairy Loot YA box, so I'm gonna try that.
Keeping Arcane, but yeah.
Because I've tried their adult box, didn't love the books there. I've
Mm,
tried their Romantasy box, didn't love the books there.
yeah.
I'm gonna give their YA a shot.
Yeah, I want to try Arcane. It seems to be what I've seen of other people's stuff. I'm like, okay, I think that matches what I would like.
Yeah.
Right. It's all the books that I like that they do.
I currently have Book of the Month, which I'm thinking about getting rid of, and then the Hello Lovely Bloom, which comes every season. So like summer, spring, winter, fall.
Yeah.
Grave Matter Halley's newest release. I think it just released this month, right? Or
I think Grave Matter's too dark for me though.
Really?
I don't know, I haven't read it, but it just gives me the vibe that it's too dark for me.
Yeah. And is that the second one in that series? I feel like too.
Grave Matter?
Grave Matter?
Yeah, or is that her
Standalone.
new like
I think
standalone
it's the
one?
first. I think it's a standalone and or first book.
That's right. Gravestone, I think, is the second one.
No, that's by Sophie
It
Lark.
gives me vibes of Nausicadia, the way like the science and like how gothic it is and how science-based Nausicadia was too.
Okay. I'm just all messed up.
But Nausicadia is by Carrie Lake, so but I just love that vibe, so I'm like, hey, more something that's still different.
Mm-hmm.
And canceled Fairy Loot Romantasy box, resold a bunch on Pango books because I didn't have them. Yeah, it's not Becky.
Yeah, they're just they're pretty books, but like, do I need to spend $38 for a pretty book if I'm not gonna like it? No, I don't.
All right.
I've been trying to read mine before I buy like the books because I have like a ton of like physical books now that I'm like, do I even want to read those anymore?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, and it sucks because every now and then they'll do their special editions, and I'll be like, oh, damn, I really want that set of special editions. But if you're not on the if you're not already a subscriber, chances are you'll miss out on it.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
April says Grave Matter is not as dark as the Ship of Bones and Teeth, so if you can handle the Ship of Bones and Teeth, you might like Grave Matter then.
I really like the Ship of Bones and Teeth. I might try Grave Matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I liked that one. Is it smuttier though?
How's the smut?
Because I like a good balance of smut and plot,
Yeah.
I don't want it to be super, super smutty.
Which is
I also don't want any daddy kink. I don't want any wide shoes. It's got any of that in it.
Becky,
I don't want
it.
Becky knows what she likes.
I do. Sometimes I know what I'm into, and I'm just like, it's not that.
All right. So last book is on my favorites from last year, which it's also signed. It's got a book plate signed that because I pre-ordered, so it's in there. And it is A Fate of Ink and Blood by Danielle Elgin with the pretty blue pages. Absolutely so gorgeous. So that's the signed. And
I liked the sound of that one because it was like it's Vikings, right?
Yeah, it's Vikings.
Yeah,
it's cool. Vikings and magic, in this one. It's a duology, so book 2 is out, I think, in May next year, I believe.
I like that it's only a duology because I'm bad with
That-
series.
yeah, I get so overstimulated or
Mhm.
overwhelmed, I guess, from all the long series that
Mhm.
duologies in exchange.
I have that one on my shelf. Book of the month.
Yeah, so I like this one. I was just like, I feel like I love Danielle Jensen, and I really, really like this one. It was a 4-star. I just don't know if it's worth for me rereading or keeping. So I'm like, I'm going to pay it forward to somebody who would love it, because I will read the second one, but I'm going to get the second one from the library or something like that, because I find I had the same. I was more really excited about this one, and I read the Bridge Kingdom, the first 2 in that duology, and the new covers are gorgeous, guys. I just love the new paperbacks that she did, but even then, it's just like it was a 4-star. I'm like, I really liked it. I just don't want to reread them, I guess,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
a scenario. And I'm just like,
I
it wasn't a
DNF'd
4-star.
the Bridge Kingdom.
Yeah.
And so I'm
And I
like,
thought,
do I want it? I'm someone who's like, okay, if I don't like the first book that I try from an author, I tend not to give them a second try.
I
That's so
usually try to give
bad.
a second chance. I even do, like, I consider duology that I read the first 2, even though it's like the duet or duology in that series. I'm like, okay, I'll read the first 2, give it a chance. But I'm like, okay, I was really excited about the Viking aspect of this. There's actual magic in this one. The Bridge Kingdom, there's not really magic.
Yeah, there
It's more
wasn't, and I think that's what
historical
turned me off
fantasy.
about it. There
Mm.
wasn't even that much. Like, I got well over
It's not
50%, and the romance hadn't even kicked in yet.
Yeah, the fantasy, I think, is just the fake, like, not real world, but kind of real world. Like the bridge, I think, is really the fantastical
Yeah.
element.
Mm.
But yeah,
Which
hope
again
I'm
doesn't
not.
make sense because the book I'm currently reading, well over 50%, and the romance hasn't kicked in yet. So I don't know what my problem is. So contradictory.
I know, right?
It just
Well,
has to
those
be like a
5,
perfect mix for you. Like,
Maybe. I think it might also have to be like the characters. I have to be invested with the characters.
yeah,
If I'm not invested in the characters and there's no romance and I'm not liking the world or something, it's like, why bother?
yeah,
yeah,
that makes
something
sense.
has to be dominating your interest in it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So those 5 books, I will post a poll on my channel here on YouTube.
It's
And
Professor Student.
I'll do a link in the Discord so that you guys can link it if you're in Discord or YouTube, whatever, vice versa, so that way you can vote. So I'll do a link in the Discord to the YouTube post for the poll on those 5 books. Give me your
Oh, are you gonna make like a
vote.
graphic too?
I can.
Could you?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I was probably gonna do like each book or whatever, like, and see what
Yeah.
the 5 books are. But now that
That
you
way
said it,
people can like have a visual of what their
yes.
chances are. Do we get
I'll
to
probably post an
win those?
Instagram too and have a link. So like, hey, here's the link to the poll in YouTube so you can
Yeah.
vote. And I'll do it from the Ever After Readathon profile. So you
Do
guys
we
can
get a chance to win those? The
It's
host?
anybody who submits.
Okay.
Better submit, Becky.
All right. I will.
I am not a deter of anybody, but yeah, it's submit.
Like if I didn't get a chance to win, I quit. Bye.
I'm out.
I'm just here for the prizes.
Oh my goodness.
Alrighty. Alright, I'm being a chatty Cathy. You guys, let's do you wanna do a reading sprint?
Sure.
That works.
April, quick question. This professor student, is she older than 18? Because you know I don't like those age gaps where she's a teenager.
Yeah, that's gross.
It does say they're adults doing research, but like what, I mean, technically 18 is an adult, but is it?
Is it really?
They're adults
Are we?
doing research.
I need them to be 20. Okay. I don't like the whole teenager. I don't like teens in my romances. Okay.
No.
It's like 30-year-old man. What do you see in this 18, 19-year-old?
Right. Yeah, it's too close. I have a 14-year-old. That is too close.
I'm like, oh, they're mature for their age. No, they're fucking not. Shut up.
Yeah.
No, they're impressionable for their age, is what they are.
Yes. 143? Oh my goodness, April.
Oh, she's in her 20s. Okay. See, that makes it more likely I'll read it.
There you go.
Nice.
The burning questions have been answered.
Yes.
All right, there we go. Okay, I think I have the banner ready. We're gonna do about 20-ish minutes. We're doing the math right, 25. So it's going to read until the 15 minute. So 3:15 if you're here in the Eastern Standard Time. So which will be that.
Okay.
Then I think we'll come back and chat a little bit and maybe do another 20-minute, and then depending on where we're at, we can decide if we want to do a third one.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna go downstairs and get my book.
Awesome. All right.
As somebody's blowing leaves outside my house.
Happy reading.
That made me jump.
Every time.
Oh my goodness. The bird got me.
I had no idea what that sound was going to be, to be honest. I haven't used that timer in a long time.
Thanks for Becky for the timer, since apparently because I'm on the tablet, it won't let me bring in pictures or anything else into the screen, which is lovely.
I was like, oh yeah, I could share the timer.
Like,
I didn't read anything.
Neither did I.
I was
I read
watching
first chapter of
Egypt.
my Warrior Two Queens.
Mm.
So what did you guys do? Three?
I edited a video.
I was watching Rihanna's Egypt vlog.
Oh. I saw some of your pictures on Instagram. That looks like you guys had fun.
It was a blast. I'm so glad I did it. Highly recommend going to Egypt in a big group.
Really?
Yeah, it was fun.
That's cool.
It'll probably be one of the cheapest vacations you ever take, too.
It was so pretty nice. Yeah, I grabbed lunch because I'm like, I didn't get a chance to grab lunch, so I quickly ate a sandwich real quick and listened to my audiobook, started my audiobook while I was doing that, so for my immersive read.
Do you always
I
do
didn't even
immersive reads? Or just
I try to if I can.
Okay.
Usually it doesn't matter. It depends on my mood. Sometimes, like, I probably will read most of this physically without the audiobook, because sometimes I'll either listen to it in the car or listen while I'm reading. So it depends. This one, I didn't even realize. This edition that I got at Barnes and Noble, it's signed for the author. I'm like, that's the one signed.
Oh,
Really cool.
that's fun. It's always
And
a
it
fun
has
surprise.
character art in here, which they don't normally. Has looks like it's yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And Carrie said she made a laundry load. I mean, it is Sunday, right?
Yep. Laundry on Sunday.
I did that all last week.
April said a good partner book. Oh no. Good. How far are you in that, April? You said you were starting it at 600 pages. I mean, ebook.
Yeah. Well, I know she at least got to 143 because she said that's when they met the hero.
Nice.
So that's crazy. Like 300 is halfway. I don't know. Size of books always are
Are
like.
you reading it for a specific prompt, April?
Let us know.
Acquiring minds.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna film my TBR today because everything.
Mhm.
Gonna do a little differently, so it's gonna be interesting how it turns out for my bingo board. If my bingo board will do any of the prompts.
310, a little halfway.
Okay, 50%.
Go April.
Go. So I wanted, since I did all these prompts and such for like they're fake favorites and they're interim kind of staples of the romantasy genre, but I want to know, what is your guys' favorite tropes in fantasy romance?
Hold, please.
I'm a fantasy romance newbie. But I mean, I always just love enemies to lovers because I love that anyway. I love hate to love in like contemporary historical romance. But so I think enemies to lovers.
Okay.
Also, like A Ship of Bones and Teeth, I think is like Enemies to Lovers, and I love that one.
Mhm.
I love that one. I'm trying to think. And then Iron Flame, or not Iron Flame, Fourth Wing is kind of. So.
I'm just the opposite. I love my friends to lovers.
I mean, that's good too.
Friends to lovers. Characters that are already married. I love when the characters are already married.
I like that in like historical romance where it's like a second chance. So I feel like I'd probably like it in a fantasy too.
I like.
Yeah, I like the second chance, but I haven't seen like what you're reading right now is like arranged marriage. I was like, I would love a marriage in trouble fantasy romance because you usually only get that in like historical romance or contemporary. So I'm like, that
Yeah,
would
this one
be
isn't even marriage in trouble. It's just it starts out she's put into an arranged marriage and then she like leaves. Like it starts out it's their like wedding night and she ties him up to a bed and leaves. And then like 3 weeks later he finds her and they have to like pretend that they're in love to try and take down her brother. So it's sort of like arranged marriage, kind of fake dating type thing.
Gotcha.
It's an interesting concept. I always like when fantasy romance does something different other than enemies to lovers. Like, give me something.
Well, I like it when it's different. Like it may change like because of when it's across the series and you're following the same couple and how you can get different romance tropes within that because the dynamic has changed based off of what's going on. So like a second chance or something like that happens. You know, they but there's a betrayal and then there's a second chance back together somehow and all that how that builds that's like a second kind of story in the overall arch of their story.
You know what I'd like? I would like older characters though. That'd be nice.
Oh yeah.
You know what I liked? It's not a romantasy, but The Adventures of Amina Al Sarafi, because she is an older character.
Yeah.
So.
I liked what's this romantasy? Between Wrath and Mercy. I liked that one because she was an older character and a mother.
Yeah, that one's on my TBR too because I'm like that's very rare to hear that to have one that's like I think they're in their 30s or something like that.
But, she a thick book though.
She a thick book, yeah.
Like
Abby Jean says she likes cozy. She loves cozy romantasy. She's reading Mind and Magic right now.
Good God, this book is 761 pages.
Did it feel like that when you were reading it though?
I listened to the audios, so no. But then I got the book. I'm like, I read that.
It's a pretty edition.
Yeah, it is.
April says she'll take enemies to lovers for you, Becky.
Right?
Yeah, I know you love your enemies to lovers. I just love the friends to lovers dynamic. I mean, I like enemies to lovers. Don't get me wrong, but I'll always prefer friends to lovers. That's why Radiance is one of my favorites.
I want to read that one. That one's on my TBR.
You haven't read that yet, Crystal?
I need to read it. If November wasn't such a crap month.
It's been on your TBR since like August.
It is. It's on there.
I don't think you're gonna like it, to be quite honest.
I think I might. It's just
because it's like low angst.
I can see why you say that. Yeah.
Low angst, more character driven than plot driven.
Which is fine. I actually like character driven books a lot.
So it's like, I'm worried you ain't gonna like it.
Let's see. Hopefully I do. Let's see. That's why I'm like, it's all my TBR. So I'm like, I'm gonna like break in case of merge. I'm gonna try this. So it's always gonna be. So it's on my TBR for this month too. So I think it's in that little thing I'm gonna do for my TBR. So we'll see if it gets picked.
Especially because I know you love enemies to lovers, and you like the angst.
I like the angst of like it doesn't even have to be enemies to lovers, but like a betrayal. There's just tension. You know, like the YA, you know, like the Fallen series.
Mhm.
You know, just
Yeah,
that.
I don't think you're gonna
It
like
doesn't
it
have
then.
spice in it. It just a little angst. Well, that's my bread and butter. But I can love pretty much anything if based off the author's writing. I'm like, because I like my cute ones, like Assistant to the Villain, or oh gosh, like my historical romances that are not a lot of things happening, but it's just like fun, and cute.
Mhm.
But
I'll
or
cross
if
my
it's
fingers, but I'm not holding out hope.
I don't know. It always depends on my mood. I can find in any genre because like even historical romance, like you can find a dark gothic historical romance. You can find a very epic drama drama one too.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm Scattered Bones is Friends to Lovers. April says.
It is?
I don't know what is that one?
Oh my gosh, yes. Now I want to read it more, April. You know how to sell me on shit. Just tell me it's Friends to Lovers. Or don't tell me it's Friends to Lovers, and then I'll become obsessed with it.
Oh yeah, that one she was wearing. She just her recent 5-star,
Yeah, she
right?
just recently read that one. It's like got the couple on the staircase.
Oh,
I
that's
have it on
pretty
my
clever.
TBR list. But now I'm gonna move it up.
She said it was epically romantic or something like that. I think she said.
Yep.
This is a
Which I'm
dark
like,
romance.
that's what I like to hear. An
Friends to
epic romance.
Lovers. Say less, April. Say less.
So
And you
romantic.
liked it, and it's Friends to Lovers? Wow.
That's high praise, Becky. That's high praise.
That is.
That's true because April does not like Friends to Lovers, right? At least not in contemporary, I think is what she was saying.
Yeah, I don't think she reads much contemporary either.
Yeah.
But she does like, and stuff it's like Nocticadia, I think, right? Or something fantastical with it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I could be wrong. Kristen said has a half hour left with Christmas Land.
I don't know what that is either.
You're so close. Finishing your first book. Christmas Land?
Never heard of that.
That's the one by Anne Marie Meyer. That looks like a Hallmark one. That looks cute. Anybody else reading like I've watched a couple, I think once so far, but like they have like Netflix has like actual Hallmark movies on there now. It's actually from originally broadcasted on Hallmark.
Do they?
There's a couple on there that was actually original. It says Hallmark on it. I'm like, hey, yeah. I watched like, one set in Scotland. It was really cute, like a brother and sister duo, and yeah, it was cute. They find out that they actually have family there or whatever. So it's cool.
We watched some movie last night, the night before that. It was like set in London, I think, and it was about a group of people who took the train together all the time, and they had like a Christmas party to like get to know one another and become friends and all that. It was kind of good. But I'm somebody who watches the same movies over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I'll usually try like 2 of those little Christmassy Hallmark movies. I think I got only one last year. So.
My sister was watching one the other day while we were decorating, and it was something about like a cowboy and the girl going and like trying to get him to sell his farm or whatever, and she ended up being the daughter to the rival. And I was making fun of it. I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna end happily ever after, is it? Like, it's so corny. They like met at a bar and they were about to hook up. I'm like, oh, she's not about to meet him again and have to work with him, is she? Sure enough.
You know what's funny is those are like in a book. That's like my favorite thing is when they like meet and then like they don't really like each other, and then they have to like work together or do something together, and they don't know who each other is.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna have to see if I like it in movies.
It's so funny because I will sit there and I will nitpick those movies. Be like, oh, this is so corny. And my sister will do the same with my romance books. It's like two very different mediums, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, in movie form, they're so corny and cringe. Give it to me in book form and I love it.
You eat it up.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, do we want to do one long sprint? Because I know we're getting almost to 2 hours, and then like maybe a 45. You want to do that?
That's fine.
Everyone?
That's fine.
Get everybody a head start on this thing. Okay, what is it? Every now and again, yeah, books are so much better. Yeah, it doesn't seem as cheesy when I like them because they're cute, but I'm like, it seems so much cheesier than when you're reading it.
Yeah. How long do you want this sprint to be?
45. Is that an option?
45. If I can figure out how to set this timer. How do I change it?
He's the real MVP there.
I don't know how to change the timer on this. Is it just stuck at a 30-minute timer?
The Pomodoro one.
Oh my god, people. They're so loud. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
We can do yes, long so I can progress in this book. Yes, that's why I'm like I want to get. I don't want to stop my progress. I want to keep going. If you're able to do it, Becky. If not, I'll just put it up for 45 minutes from now.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Maybe.
40, 50. So 4:25. Did I do that math right? The 25 mark.
That's fine.
I'll put the band up for that, and then once, like we did last time, for timer goes up, I'll push it to that.
Okay.
If I can get the band in time, so who knows?
I'm gonna put up a different timer.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost
missed.
her. She probably hit the X like B always does.
Yep.
All right, let me edit this one. Read until 25. Doop, doop. There you go. Happy reading. These fantasy romance books are long. You do some
They
progress. I'll see you in a bit.
I'm so dumb. I'll get it set up. Don't worry.
It's just going to get me every time.
Every time.
And I was expecting it this time.
Yep. So how was it?
I actually read something this time.
I did not. Again, I'm starting off strong, everybody.
I always find like sometimes the beginning of the month is also a little hard to start. It maybe takes a couple of days in.
Yeah, definitely.
I had dinner, then I read.
Ooh, what'd you have for dinner?
My sister made some like shepherd's pie with the leftover turkey.
That sounds good.
So
That's one of my favorites to make.
It was yummy. There's so much leftover turkey.
We did like a tenderloin, so it literally was two basically turkey breasts, so it wasn't, and it fed all four of us. So my kids are small, so they don't. They eat maybe one or two bites of turkey because it's
Yeah.
Our grocery store had a get a free turkey if you spend over so much on groceries, and we spent over so much on groceries.
Yes.
And we took up like a breast, thinking, oh, we'll get that for free. They're like, oh no, you have to buy a 13-pound turkey to get it free. We're like, well, guess what? We're getting that 13-pound turkey for free
Make some turkey pot
for the
pie.
two of us.
You know, have turkey everything.
Turkey pot pie, turkey like
Sandwiches.
noodles.
Yeah,
turkey
noodles.
We'll find
Everything
a way.
they do for chicken.
We just ended up doing steak this year instead of turkey. I know.
Interesting. Sorry, what'd you say, Becky? What'd you say, Becky? I thought you said that. Oh, sorry. Oh goodness. Yeah, I read another chapter of that book. These are longer chapters, but it was pretty good. A lot of actions happening to start off.
What are you reading again?
For the War of Two Queens. So I've heard mixed things about this book. So I'm going in with like my expectations. I don't know. I like the author's writing, so I like it. But that's the kind of her style of writing, at least for her adult fantasy. Some of the one I just finished, the YA, is very YA, so it was a little bit like not my favorite, at least in that series that I was reading. But yeah, it's good. Let me see here. We got
somebody's reading Married to Krampus. Oh my gosh.
Ah, that's awesome. Oh yeah, that's right here. Kristen's reading Married to Krampus. Nice.
I love that book. I hope you love it too.
She knocked off Snow on the cover on the bingo board.
Well, there you go. Off to a good start.
There you go. And if you submit multiple cards.
Yep, I got my Married to Krampus.
Oh, that's a cute cover.
I love it. It's got illustrations in it too.
Yeah, if you're a person that reads a lot of books, you're going to be able to fill probably at least 2 cards. You could do 2 9 cards or whatever.
Yeah.
Terry said she finished the start of the Pick of the Month, chapter 2. I'm guessing for the book club.
I think so. The mistletoe Christmas. Oh my goodness. I should know it. It's not called that. What is it called? The Mistletoe Mistress.
There you go. Yeah, there's your Mistletoe Mistress.
Go, Terry. I have not started it yet.
You could use it for red on the cover, though, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I picked a different book for it, and I just didn't even think.
Don't make it harder on yourself.
Abby Jean has a question. Yeah, she said she decided to start a cozy home library. My first book purchase just came in, and the books are filthy, covered in grease and black fingerprints. Return or try to clean? I'm guessing Amazon. It's happened to me once. A Kingdom of Ash was what it was, so it delayed my progress in reading that back in the day. I was so mad. I returned it because there was no way I could get them off.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I'd say if it's like Amazon return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because somebody must have had gloves on and they had whatever they were touching. People who are packing.
Mm,
I guess.
must have had something on
If you
it.
can't get it off, then yeah, return it.
Amazon has been messing up my books lately. Like they come like bent. And I'm like, what? You're brand new. Stop bending my books. That might be a me thing.
Brand new book return if it's used clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I recommend. Because I was like, I did not just pay for, especially for Kingdom of Ash. I'm like, it's going to be on my shelf for a long time. I'm like, and I bought it brand new. I didn't buy a used book. So I was like,
yeah,
it's different when you get the second hand seller or whoever it is. You know you're buying a thrifted book. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not cool. So yeah. All right. I think my kids are probably chomping at the bit, so I'll probably have to cut this short. Alrighty. Okay, so I think let me kind of wrap up. We got who's the next person for the live show? I think it's you, right, Becky?
I guess. I'm on the 4th. I know that.
Yeah. If anybody watching, if you want to host a live show, you are welcome to do so. You just have to sign up on your live show link on the live show calendar tab on the Discord. And you can host one if you want.
I haven't signed up for any yet, just because I wanted to make sure I could definitely do it.
Yeah, and you can go all the way through. You don't have to like decide now, but we have Becky's doing on the 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
2.
You
2 p.m.
2?
Yeah, I changed it.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't change it on the calendar.
Okay.
I just changed it in my mind.
What's up? Yeah, the things of it. And then I think I have mine on the 13th so far. Yeah, I was trying to do something even again, but before the 13th. But we'll see with the calendar, everything happening. Yeah, that one I won't be able to attend. I'll be at work, unfortunately. But
okay. I know
yeah.
a lot of people will probably be at work. I work from home, so
yeah, I'll definitely be at work. It'll be 1 p.m. where I'm at.
It actually worked out because this one, like a lot of people are over in Italy. I think somebody mentioned, or so like, hey,
yeah,
that works if you're in Europe or something. So, like I was like, unfortunately, all the co-hosts are in America, so hopefully we can do an afternoon so people can join more.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will do a post for the poll.
Did you share all the books that you were gonna give away?
Yeah, I did. It was those 5 that we went over.
Okay.
So we got Phantasma, Assistant to the Villain, Fire in the Sky, The Stars Are Dying, with
so pretty.
And
did you read that one?
Blood signed with, huh?
Did you read The Stars Are Dying?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
but
okay.
I was like, I started to, and I put it down and stopped looking at it. And then when I was doing this giveaway, I was like, you know what? I'm like, if I have so many books to read, then I'm like, it's not really. Cause I bought it for the cover for the edges, so I'm like, you know what? I'll put it in the giveaway. And if I do want to read it, I can always pick it up again. To be honest, if it was, I like the special editions, the paperbacks and such, especially paperbacks. I love the sprayed edges on those. But I would love to get like more special editions on like my absolute fave, like from Blood and Ash series. So if I can ever find special editions for that, that would be awesome.
I think Arcane was doing a set.
Say what?
I think Arcane Society was doing a set of those.
But I can never get off the wait list.
No, well, you should have told me. I would have bought it for you.
Felt like I need it. It's just the one.
Well, I don't need any of this shit.
I don't really do it either, but you know, it's It's a need for my soul. That's what it is.
Right? Yes.
For like I said, my love language. All right, so yeah, we'll do to that. Hopefully, we'll see the next one for Becky. And then happy reading. I guess I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. Oh, Becky, I'll need your help with the graphic. If you have ideas for the graphic
Oh, for the books.
for the giveaway, what I should do for the poll.
Are you letting people vote, and then whatever one gets the most votes you're giving away, or are you letting like the person who wins pick?
I don't know. That's probably a good idea. But I was thinking, I was trying to do the top 3, and then the other top 3 the person could pick. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do that and be like, here's your options. Whatever the first winner gets to pick, and then the second winner gets to pick the remaining. Is that fair?
That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last time it was easy. I had historical romance. That's a lot easier. Like this set, you all win the same amount of books. There you go.
Yeah.
Whatever reason you win.
Yeah,
That
I'd
works.
just do a graphic with all of them and be like, these are the choices that you could pick from.
Whoever the top 3 winners win. Then,
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. That sounds good.
That way more
Alright.
people are likely to participate if they have a choice of what they could win versus if you just like pick.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then be like, well, I don't want that, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so if as a reminder, if you guys want to, if you're on Instagram, go ahead and share your TBRs and whatnot. And if you ever want to tag in at Ever After Readathon, the Instagram profile, or you can just tag me or the co-host. It doesn't matter. That way we can share your post and just share any excitement, because I think that's kind of my thing. Is just I want to make sure people are having fun. But yet I don't want you to stress. I want you to have fun. I want to stress on the fact that don't stress. Have fun. Be a dorkly vegan. Yeah, let's do it. All right. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, Abby Jean. Bye, everybody.
Happy reading.
Bye.
Bye. You always